The budget 26-27, in a way, it's a landmark budget. Budget become a more of a future building, national building exercise. And same way, government focus on the capital goods, capital capex. Capex, they want the improve the capex, and textile sector they want to have a focus, which is one of the highest job creation. Ultimately, our rural economy has to grow. Rural economy is only giving the potential for the growth. Now the population is the women population. To improve it, because the major obstacle comes security of the women and how they will work, for which every district will be having a hostel for the women. That is a welcoming aspect budget. Hopefully, with this budget, the country will go into a higher heights in the coming years. I am Kasthuri Rengan, Chartered Accountant. The budget 26-27, in a way, it's a landmark budget, because since last 8 years, or more than since ever the Modi government, NDA government has taken charge, the budget become a more of a future building, national building exercise. Previously, it is only, most of the budget comes only populist measures. What is the income tax benefit used to come, or increase in standard erection, increase the limit. That was the budget happened till 2014. Whereas now, since last 11 years, every budget, it gives a basement, or we can have a, to make the fundamentally, the economic should be made strong. That is the purpose of the budget. This year in particular, there was not much changes in the tax rates, both in indirect tax or direct taxes. The changes were very different, only on the procedural aspects. The main reason, what I feel, is because last year in the budget, everybody knows that the limit of the increase tax increased substantially, and taxes rates also softened. Up to 12 lakhs, in individual will no need to pay any tax up to 12 lakhs. Subsequently, also up to till the maximum portion of tax comes into picture only for the person who earns about 25 lakhs. So this year it was not disturbed. There was no change. That means government, it is a stability. Whatever its government faces, it will want to stable for at least a couple of years, 2 to 3 years to come. So this year, as our finance minister, when she started her speech, she told about 3 kartavya. Because first time budget was given from the Kartavya Bhavan. So one is for the stability, how the nation growing aspect. Second thing, to people centric. People should get all the benefits, and there should be equality. What people will get, and every region, all the sections of people also should get all the facilities. That was the major 3 aspects, 3 duties of the budget. It was she explained when she introduced the budget in the parliament. So what I feel is, as far as income tax is concerned, there is one procedural changes to make it ease the life of the business people. They made some structural changes in the TDS provision to make it easier for the compliances. And other than that, there is not much changes aspect happened in the income tax regime. As well as the indirect tax concern also, in GST changes are all more of procedural changes, not really directly concerned with a common man. Some changes like import duties are reduced on certain items, which are all import where the government, India country is depending upon the import, and where it is like imports used for the making the lithium battery, those things still we are importing. If we are importing those raw materials for making the lithium batteries are tax exempted, there is no duty on this. Like this, certain aspects of the imports concession was given, and the same way in the direct taxes, to reduce the litigation, some sections are changed. But very welcoming aspect is the new law, income tax code is going to come, income tax law is going to be implemented from the 1st April 2026, repealing the old laws which was existence since the year 1962. which will be a welcoming aspect because previous law contained more than 400 sections. This was reduced to 266 sections only this law, and makes common man to understand the compliances. In the speech, finance minister told that they'll make the forms compliance also will be easier for all the people. We have to wait and see for the notification and the release of the forms. But apart from the taxation angles or the taxes provision, the major aspect of the budget is how the entire funds are going to be used. Because one thing is majorly what happens is how the funds are going. One is for the development of the business to job creation. They identified roughly about 7-8 sectors. They given where the money will come. They want to have the biopharma technology park. They want to increase to have the technology for the innovation for the biopharma with an outlay of about 10,000 crores, which is a welcoming aspect because pharma is the one field which is the highest export earnings for the country, where the technology is very important. So government wants to go for this technology oriented improvement. So government will support for the technological work, and they want to have the allocated about for innovation technology about 10,000 crores allocated. That is one the welcoming aspect. Same way for electronics, semiconductor mission and semiconductor. India wants to get into because it was already late, which we supposed start by about 84. Like now we started recently, but focus was given by the government in the budget allocation also about the semiconductor factory, electronic goods factories. And same way like rare earth is the one of the aspect where China and everybody, America, everybody is fighting. So India also wants to focus on the rare earth mining, in particularly in the state of Odisha, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, where the rare earths are minings are available. They want to have a focus on that. And same way, they want to have a chemical parks. So there will be a cluster-based model where there will be totally they want to establish in this year about 3 dedicated chemical parks. And same way, government focus on the capital goods, capital capex. Capex they want the improve the capex, and textile sector they want to have a focus, which is one of the highest job creation, and textile sector after the duty enhancement by the Trump in the US. So lot of support has to be given for the textile sector, and government is welcoming it. They have a very clear-cut approach how to bring the textile sector more competitive, and also making the export capability also should be increased in the sector. And main aspect is the allocation to the SMEs because entire thing was for job creation. See, MSME, quite a lot of allocation was done about the MSME. They want to support the MSME industries to have the competitive edge in the MSME industry and modernization. Government has focused on the MSME industries. And as said last year, every year, the major thing is the present government is focusing on the development of the infrastructure, which is the welcoming aspect. They continue to have the push. They want to have a more rail corridor project, fast rail project, increase the infrastructure everywhere, and allocated funds for the fast rail project between the cities. And more thing is they want to improve apart from the road transport, apart from the rail transport, they want to increase the waterways also, and good budget allocation is there so that both water and road, and anyway good allocation word for the air traffic improvement also. Udan scheme also government made a good allocation. If you see the allocation on all these sectors, definitely will be confident that there will be a definite increase in the employment opportunities, and it will lay a stone for the growth of the country. That is a very much welcoming attitude aspect of this budget. Second is not only the main. See, today what is happening, most of the cities are congested, capitals are congested. Now the government is focusing on the two-tier, second-tier, third-tier cities, which is very important. Otherwise, so that the congestion in the cities like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Calcutta, those things will come down by developing the second-tier city. Third, this is the major aspect when it comes to the development. And one more thing what happened is, the municipal, they see, ultimately our rural economy has to grow. Rural economy is only giving the potential for the growth. So government is encouraging all these municipal corporations also should be financially viable. So they want to support for the municipal corporation to raise their bonds, for which bonds also government is ready to support. About a quantum support will be given by the central government. This is one of the best aspect in the development. First aspect is developing how the development for the nation. Now second is what the people will get. So people get by way of the now major. I understand one major aspect what impressed me is they want to have the, because 50% of the population is the women population. To improve it, because the major obstacle comes security of the women and how they will work, for which every district will be having a hostel for the women. That is a welcoming aspect. Hopefully government should work fast as that is the budget. Maybe down the line 1 or 2 years, every district of our country will have a exclusive women hostel, which will improve the overall working potential energy of the our country, energy of the population of the country. And lot of focus is given on the tourism and development of the people. See, one is tourism, second thing is to develop, train the skilled manpower, because today with the development of roads and rails, lot of tourism is happening. We require skilled manpower, for which also government is given the scheme for the development of skilled manpower. Of course, apart from MSME industries, focus is given on the agriculture also. So agriculture also they given already MSP doubled on the most of the crops. What was there in the 2014, today if we compare, there is a lot of improvement is there. Already more than 2 times or 1.8 times what they earned in 2014 for the minimum support price. Based on that, further they want to give they given the reservoir development also government wants to, because major problem comes on the water. So by developing reservoirs and sarovars, the water problem of the farmers will get reduced. Second is government also wants to give the high value crops like coconut, sandalwood, where they want to give a support, where people will be hesitant to do only regular crops like rice and other things. They want to encourage the farmers to go in for the new crops. Third is Divyang. See, one more thing is, it is only unfortunately many people who are handicapped, we will say Divyangan, for which also they want government come with a scheme to give a project for them, to take them, to give a role where they can be engaged in the hospital industry, food industry, beverage industry, aviation industry, wherever the Divyang and handicapped, physically impaired people can be engaged, for which also government is committed to do this. And government also wants to come with the 3 Ayush university across the country. And not only that, see, only Ayush, another is because now with the growing age of the population, government wants to have a center for the mental health and trauma care also, they want to have a establishment. And as told by the finance minister, it should be all-round development. So they want to have a separately package, separate coordination for the northeastern states. So they want to have a corridor for northeastern state which covers the Assam, Sikkim, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, all the states put together. They want to have a integration. See, if we consider this, the budget, it is not only focused on the one area or anything. They want to have a lay down the stone for the futuristic growth, futuristic budget with a clear vision in the hand. Only what is to be done is the how far it will be implemented, how the people will work towards it, how the government, whatever they put it in the paper, how they will bring it to the action. That is to be seen. Other than that, this is a welcoming budget. Hopefully, with this budget, the country will go into a higher heights in the coming years. Thank you.